In the crowded streets of Sepolia, a neighborhood in Athens, Greece, a story of extraordinary transformation was about to unfold. The year was 1994, and amidst the bustling chaos of this working-class district, a child was born who would redefine the meaning of the American dream. This is the story of Giannis Antetokounmpo, born to Nigerian immigrants Charles and Veronica. In a tiny apartment with empty fridges more often than not, the seeds of greatness were sown in the most unlikely of places. Giannis's childhood was a constant battle against poverty. His mother, Veronica, would walk for hours, selling trinkets and toys on the streets. Young Giannis and his brothers often joined her, their small hands clutching items to sell, their stomachs often empty, but their spirits unbroken. "You do what you need to do to survive," Veronica would say, her strength masking her own exhaustion and fears. This resilience would become the cornerstone of Giannis's character, shaping the future NBA star's unwavering determination. Life for the Antetokounmpos was a constant cycle of moving and uncertainty. When Giannis was just 12, his family faced eviction once again. With no other choice, they loaded their few possessions, including their small fridge, onto a skateboard, pushing it for nearly a mile to a friend's house. Yet, amidst these struggles, hope flickered. The Antetokounmpos stayed united, anchored by their parents' unwavering determination and faith. Their small victories, sharing a souvlaki, laughing on a crowded street, reminded Giannis of what truly mattered: family and perseverance. Giannis's father, Charles, instilled in his sons the importance of hard work. "Tomorrow is not promised," he would often say. These words became a creed for Giannis, who began to shoulder responsibilities far beyond his years. At 13, Giannis didn't care for basketball. His dreams still revolved around soccer, like his father Charles. But life had other plans. In 2007, Spiros Viliniadis, a passionate local coach, spotted Giannis and his brothers on a playground in Sepolia. Spiros saw something extraordinary in Giannis's long limbs and tireless energy. He approached the family with an offer. "If I find work for your parents, €500 a month, will you play basketball for me?" Giannis hesitated, but the promise of helping his family won him over. Those early days on the court were humbling. Giannis was scrawny and clueless about basketball. He couldn't dribble, constantly traveled, and tripped over his own feet. Yet there was something about him: raw determination. At Philathelikos, a small no-frills club in Zagreb, he showed up day after day, learning to pivot, to run, to fight through mistakes. The family's struggles didn't stop. Giannis and his brother Thanasis walked 10 miles round-trip to practice because bus fare was a luxury they couldn't afford. Some nights, Giannis played on an empty stomach, masking his hunger so his younger brothers could eat. The coaches noticed, often slipping him croissants or yogurt. By 2012, his hard work began to pay off. Giannis grew stronger, taller, by then nearly 6'9", and his skills began to match his athleticism. On the court, he played every position, sprinting coast to coast with a ferocity no one could ignore. Scouting whispers began to spread beyond Greece, and NBA interest followed. In 2013, Giannis arrived in the United States, drafted 15th overall by the Milwaukee Bucks. He was still a boy far from home, skinny, shy, and speaking only broken English. Yet he brought with him the same relentless drive that had carried him through the streets of Sepolia. In Milwaukee, his teammates were bigger, faster, and more polished, but Giannis refused to back down. Instead of settling into a role, he did what he'd always done: outwork everyone. Hours in the gym turned him into a force. His raw athleticism, mixed with an unmatched will to improve, made him one to watch. By 2021, Giannis had reached the pinnacle of his journey. After years of falling short in the playoffs, he led the Bucks to their first NBA championship in 50 years. In Game 6 of the Finals, he delivered an extraordinary 50-point performance.